Friday, February 19th, 2020. I am James. You are you. We are here. Welcome to what the kids call the weekend. I am so very pleased to have you joining us. This is a nice, intimate, and interactive crowd that we've got with us right here, right now on twitch.tv/@home-with-James. Thank you for spending the beginning of your weekend with me and all of our lovely guests that we have on tap for tonight. Think about a time when the idea of sitting at home, looking at Twitch, the nerdiest website online right now, or at least one of the nerdiest websites on the internet. Could you imagine in any other time that would have been your Friday night? Now, I know, as clear as the day is, that you'd much rather be out and about, perhaps walking up and down Boulevard Saint Laurent, maybe stopping into Tokyo for a bit of a dance club party, or crossing the street and going to B-Sides. I don't even know if that place exists anymore. Or maybe if you're really cool, you would have been out and about on Crescent Street, going to Thursdays, or Mad Hatters, or Brutopia, or the Irish Embassy, or McKibben's Irish Pub, with everyone wearing super tight t-shirts, Ed Hardy or Mr. Lucky with the bedazzled dice on the front of the shirt or the back, depending on your preference of clothing. Maybe that's what you would have been doing. Maybe you would have been going to a comedy show, a bit of stand-up over at The Nest or The Works prior to it burning down. Maybe you would have been seeing a show at Montreal Improv, not to be confused with Montreal Improv. Maybe you'd be seeing a concert at Club Soda or Metropolis, or with my friends at Le Fafun Electric. Maybe you'd be seeing Dan Fogelberg or the Black Crows or Nico Case or maybe Ani DeFranco. Maybe you'd be seeing some of those hot new artists. But no, this is what you're doing. You're sitting in the warm and comfortable confines of your home, and you're looking at your TV or perhaps your mobile device or perhaps your laptop or a desktop, and you're watching me at my home. And this is what connects us as people during these difficult and uncertain times. So thank you for spending your Friday with Lil Cutie, Big J, a.k.a. Lil J, a.k.a. Handsome Devil, a.k.a. James Allen McGee. On tonight's show, much later on, we've got the one and only Dave Kaufman. Dave is going to be here tonight. I don't know what this guy's got planned. I'm going to tell you this, though. He was real gloomy in the queue before the show started. He kept saying that he was tired, which I think is some type of code for something else. So we're going to get to the bottom of what's ailing Mr. Dave Kaufman later on tonight. In addition to that, Dimitri Kirez is also going to be here. He's also working the board tonight. So Dimitri, thank you for that. I want you to stand up from your desk chair, take a bow, make sure that your pants are securely tighted around your waist. Wouldn't want any butt crack to be exposed to whomever might be in your home. And can we just say, nobody wants to see exposed butt crack anymore. I was saying to someone the other day how when I was in high school, how much of a thrill seeing an exposed thong was. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say this right here, right now. It was a thrill when I was 13, 14. If I saw that now, could you imagine if you were in line at the bank at RBC or TD, someone crouched down and you saw their thong? You'd think, oh no, they don't know that their thong is out. Or maybe just unadulterated, pure butt crack. And I'm not talking a little bit. I'm talking where it borders away from being butt crack to full-blown exposed rear end. Dimitri Kira is going to be here tonight. Sometimes I crack myself up on this show. Because why not, right? Everyone comes on. They get to be funny. Dave is funny. Raquel is funny. Carla's funny. Connor's funny. Everyone gets to be funny. Why can't I be funny? And that's right. Sometimes I got to take out a spatula and just scrape the bottom of the barrel. I don't want the good laughs. I want to be the guy who says, well, you see what happened on the James at Home, because they're going to get the name wrong, at the James at Home show, he's talking about butt cracks and whale tails. Don't bother going to urbandictionary.com. Whale tail is code for exposed thong. And this is what COVID has done to us. I'm over here talking to people about thong underwear. I don't even know if people wear thongs anymore. And guess what? I don't care. You wear whatever underwear you want. I still wear boxer shorts. Sue me, why don't you? Anyways, Dimitri Kirez is going to be here tonight. But we're going to kick things off in just a matter of moments with someone who hasn't been here for a long time. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Nicky Fournier is going to be here. She's been here a variety of times to talk about this, that, and the other. We might even revisit a topic or two with Nicky. Before we do that, I want to quickly engage with the chat. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you so much for enjoying this show as much as you do, or maybe you don't. I wonder if this butt crack talk cost us a couple viewers, but you know what? I want to know that people are going to sit here and listen to me talk about butt cracks and rear ends. If you're going to leave, just leave. Just leave. We'll be fine. We will keep each other company. The true ones, as we say here in Quebec, les vrais. And I think about myself as a true vrai. I am un vrai. And we're going to welcome another vrai right here, right now. Let's welcome the return of Nicky Fournier. Nicky, how's it going?
Hey, James. How's it going? I'm good.
It's going very well. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you. It's been a long time.
Well, you mentioned that you're nervous. I have some information that might make you even more nervous.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Now, a collaborator of the show, Carla, who I don't know that you've ever met, has just rated the show with some of her viewers from her stream that just ended. So we've got a variety of people. Thank you for joining us by way of Carla's raid. We appreciate it. I've said it once, I'll say it again. What you got out of Carla's show, which is friendly, kind, that tone is ceasing to exist, but I swear that I'm a good-hearted young man. So, Nicky, if you're
really
nervous,
nice.
you and I have to impress all these new people that just showed up.
I thought you were going to say something way worse about Carla, like that she hated me or something.
No. Well, you mentioned that
hates you.
You were nervous before coming on the show to the point that you admitted to having diarrhea.
That's right. That's correct.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, we're on the show, it's been a while, so we have the James scale, 1 to 10 Jameses. Out of how many Jameses did you have diarrhea? 1 James being not so bad, 10 Jameses being very bad.
I'm going to go with 8.5.
That's pretty, that is very bad diarrhea.
Yeah, because I had to rush, like I had to go to the bathroom. It was urgent.
Yeah. Okay, so do you know what caused it? Is it nerves, or do you think it's something that you may have consumed?
No, it's for sure nerves. Like coming on this show, it's been so long, and I was like, oh man, I gotta really impress James. Like I was like, fuck, dude, like I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to blow it this time, James.
Yeah. Well, I want to touch on that. So if there's anything that I can do to temper your nerves, certainly by way of what you were worried about when it comes to Carla, she's in the chat right now, and she has written, quote, by the way, I love Nicky. She is so funny and charming.
Oh, that's so nice, Carla. Oh my God. Okay. I feel like some nerves just really went down after that. They've quieted down. Yeah.
Well, let's discuss something that you just mentioned. You said you were worried about saying the wrong thing. Now, is that something that you felt before? And is this something maybe that I'm going to begin to wonder, do other people think that when they come on the show? Are they thinking to themselves, what if I say the wrong thing?
Yeah. Like I kind of, once I was a bit stoned before the show, a bit and a bit tipsy. And I was talking about how people of a certain group, like Trump supporters.
Yeah. So when you say of a certain group, you mean Trump supporters.
Yeah. Yeah. And I felt really bad about that.
Yeah. You called into question their general aesthetic, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember we talked about that after the show, and I was approaching it. I found the whole thing quite humorous, and the fact that I found the whole thing humorous. I was quite tickled by how concerned you were, whereas I went to bed very calmly that night.
Holy shit. Wow. I was messaging, I think I messaged Dave at like 5 in the morning. I
Mhm.
was like,
So
I was in my bed, like, I'm a horrible person. Like,
yeah.
I'm terrible. Like, I'm just as bad as a Trump supporter.
Well, I want to tell you something that Trump supporters, and I don't want to make this political because this is not a political show.
No.
Trump supporters came up on Wednesday's show, and what I'm going to tell you is going to make you feel completely clean of whatever supposed sins you may have been feeling because someone else was on the show and said that they wish that they would die,
Okay.
which is
Yeah.
objectively
Wow.
worse. You just had a couple observations on their aesthetic.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Okay.
I feel actually much better now. The
Yeah,
nerve.
we've cleaned the air.
Yeah.
We've cleared and cleaned the air. But yeah, Nikki, you had mentioned prior to coming on, you were concerned that you were banned from the show.
Yeah, because James, like, it had been a while. It had
This
been
is
like,
true.
some time, and I thought maybe it was the Trump thing that I had said. Maybe the Nickelback episode was just like got a little awkward.
Yeah, that's true. You were a guest on our Nickelback is Back episode, which we were using to celebrate the release of their upcoming album. You were part of Canadians Discuss Nickelback, a panel.
Yeah. And I remember I got a phone call after the show, and you guys were doing like the post show chat, and I was
Mhm.
just on my phone the entire time, and I was like, oh no, this guy probably thinks I like don't give a shit.
Oh,
about
so
the
you so I want to know, did you message Dave about that at 5 in the morning that time?
No, I didn't that time. But
So you thought because you were on the phone and we were all in the post show that we were thinking to ourselves, where does this Nicky Fournier character get off being on the
yeah,
phone?
yeah, I thought for sure.
Okay, I want to absolve you of this as well. I don't even remember this happening. I don't even
That's great.
remember.
This is so good. This is just, this is very reassuring for me.
Yeah, I think that having conversations like this are healthy because how many times in our respective lives have we thought, I think so and so is mad at me, or they think that you're mad at them, and then you talk and you go, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, or then like today you liked my Instagram post or the other day,
I
and I
know
was
it
like,
was today, yeah.
"Oh my god, James liked my picture." I
Now,
was
now,
so
now, this
happy.
this is starting now. In the interest of clearing the air, I'm starting to get concerned, only slightly, that this idea of James either talking to, inviting, or liking things is a bigger deal than I realized.
It's a huge deal, James, to me.
Yeah, see, this is where now I start to get concerned and feel a little insecure. I wasn't aware that my Instagram likes were that meaningful.
They're very valuable, I think,
Well,
because I
you would
feel like,
use, and please let people know where they can find you on Instagram.
oh, it's just Nicky.Fournier.
There we go. Fournier
Yeah,
for the people.
Nicky.
Yes. I quite enjoyed the stock beach photos. I thought this is up my alley.
Yeah, and so I felt I did it.
But
I did
okay,
it.
so in the interest of clearing the air, I saw the first few. I was like, this is funny. These are stock photos. And then I saw what looked to be a photo of you doing a handstand in what I assume was some type of swimsuit.
Yeah, that's right.
And again, in the interest of clearing the air, some of your rear end was exposed.
That's correct.
I had already liked the photo and I felt a little, just a maybe 1 on 10 James is concerned, like, oh, did I just like what was I had been fooled into liking a thirst trap.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because I did sneak that in there. Like
Yeah,
I was
that was
like,
snuck in there.
yeah, I
But then
kind
I
of
looked at who else liked it. I thought, okay, we've got a couple other people in here.
yeah.
Okay.
I think liking a photo of someone doing a handstand in a swimsuit is not it doesn't mean anything, you
Yeah,
know?
this is true. This is true. But now we understand.
Wait, I have a question. So
Please.
do you not usually like people's thirst traps? Like when you know, when it's obvious, when you're like,
No, I
that's
know.
a thirst trap.
Well, here's the thing. Not only do I not like a lot of thirst traps, I don't like a lot of photos in general. And it's not because I'm not withholding my likes. They're not this it's not like, you find a $5 bill, a toonie, a $10 bill once in a while. That's fairly common. It's not like my likes are the equivalent of finding a $50 bill. It's just I don't often think to double tap.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let me tell you this. Did you
Please.
know that if the more you like stuff on Instagram, the more followers you will get?
Is this true? Okay. I wasn't
It's
aware
true.
of this. So
It's
this is
true.
this is kind of a bit of a social media study for people like myself who are not in the know.
Yeah, and I used to do it like I just like scroll and just double tap
Yeah.
everything, but now I don't really do that.
Okay, well let's and when we mentioned that we're gonna have a very casual conversation. If anything, this is gonna be a casual Friday tonight.
Sure.
Now I want to turn the tables and ask you, are
Mhm.
you apt to like other people's thirst traps? Are you like,
Yes,
I'm okay, so you're gonna full support
a full support. Yeah.
what the kids call a thirst trap?
Yeah, but I want to know why you don't.
Well, I would say that it falls into the same category as normal photos to a level where it's like, oh, I don't think about liking it. But then it's like, I don't know. I don't, this whole sex Instagram scene that's not my world, And it's like, because I know,
What?
look, here's the deal. We all
You're
look at who,
so weird.
we all look at who likes our photos, right? We do.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to be, I don't want to like something and have someone go, oh no, this guy must be thirsty for my rear end.
But I don't think that's I
And
don't
I'll
think
tell you
that's
what, I'm not claiming that I'm right. I'm not saying that my way is the right way.
no.
It's just the way that I've gone. It's not something that I instinctually like, oh, look at this. Here's a cleavage. Let me like this.
Well, it's nice, isn't it?
Well, I suppose it depends on the person.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't want to generalize here.
Right. I feel like I've seen you post in your own way, your own version of a thirst trap, like your own James, like unique thirst trap.
Now, this is interesting to me because most of my content I post there. Okay, so yeah, coming in, Nikki, you'll love this from Carla in the chat right now. Quote,
Yeah.
James posts thirst traps all the time.
Yeah. Don't you think? Like, yeah.
No, do I think? No, I don't think. I don't think
Okay.
this. I think other things, but I will say this. Now, I don't want to expose my inner workings of my, and I can see what's happening right now. I think that our technician is skimming the internet to try to find thirst traps of me. I think that when I'm posting stuff, some of my desired reaction is for people to look and go, what? That's kind of what I'm looking for, whether I'm making
Hmm.
Facebook statuses about tzatziki sauce or who I like to call Frank Legault.
I don't know because I've seen like your old wrestling like library of photos like and
Sure.
when you pull those up like you look pretty good in them. Like you're
Okay.
like and it's not the kind of James that I see you selling on the regular, you know? So it's like, "Oh, he's posting this cuz he looks good."
Okay,
And he knows it.
so I'm going to take note of this. So you think the wrestling photos, they look good, and I
Yeah,
quote,
like
know
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I'm
this is
like, "Oh,
interesting.
he's pulling this up because he wants us to know."
Yeah.
Which
Well,
thirst trap.
well, what we've got right now is a bit of a tech miscue. Dave Kaufman is on screen, just looking at. He's not even clearly not watching the show. But we're gonna get Nikki back on screen here, and at the same now Dimitri's on screen. Now I'm on screen with Dimitri.
Crazy. Wow.
Now this is yeah, here Nikki, you're back on screen.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
But at the same time, Dimitri has pulled up what he is referring to as, I guess, a James thirst trap.
Yes. Yes.
Now, this is a photo of me that was taken out in the winter where I was wearing, I don't know, clothes, and I was looking back to the camera. Now, the origin of this picture was my friend who's also appeared on this show, Big Daddy Lou. The purpose of this picture was to show that I had accidentally purchased and was wearing jeans, because I'm not a big jeans guy.
No, you're not, eh?
So he said, "Hey, James," and I turned and he took the photo. So apparently this is a thirst. I thought thirst traps needed to expose nudity.
No, not usually. Not always.
Okay, so this is, I'm learning here right now, Nikki.
Yeah.
Okay, so you say the wrestling photos. Let me take quick note of that.
Yeah, like when you kind of look all like roughed up, but like your hair is kind of like long, and yeah, you look really good, man.
Okay, so you'd say it's when I'm at my most disheveled.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we've got another photo. It's me sitting on some steps, and I don't know how else to define it. So okay, so Nikki, you're saying that I, without my knowing, I've been posting thirst traps.
Yes, yes.
And it seems like there's confirmation according to the viewers as well. They're saying, yes, James, you post. Someone's saying here, look at how open your legs are. I was just sitting on some steps.
I mean, hey, you look good, so.
Well, I appreciate that, Nikki. So look, let's I don't want to turn this into that I've become some thirst trap guy here. Let's get into something that I wanted to chat about.
Okay.
Now, when you appeared many months ago, the theme of the topic was, or at least one of the episodes you appeared on months ago was, what are you going to do when this is over? Now, I'm curious to know, now that things have gone on longer than maybe people would have initially assumed, what do you plan on doing when things are over?
God, it's like I haven't made a plan yet. And that is stressful to me because once this is over, I feel like, I mean, I don't really want it to end now.
Okay, so you're into COVID. You're all in.
I wouldn't say I'm into COVID, but I'm pretty like I'm into the whole slowing down and like the seeing only a select few people and everything, and like just like I don't know, I like not having to do anything.
Okay, so do you feel yourself not wanting to do stuff that you had previously wanted to do on a Friday like this? Would you have been out at Mad Hatters or Brutopia?
Maybe like Bar La Roof or something after a show, or that pinball place.
Sure.
But yeah, like I guess it would be nice to get to a bar and have a drink or something, like if I wanted to.
Okay, so you mentioned something. What about doing shows? Are you looking forward to going back to performing?
Yeah, it would be nice to get on stage and play with those people in person, because I've done some online shows and I find it so hard to connect with people. I miss touching people. Like I remember, I don't know, you were my teacher once, and I like
that was the segue. I miss touching people. You were my teacher once.
Sorry, okay, yeah. But I like touched John Chu in an improv scene. I was like, I put my arm around him and you were like, that was a good choice, Nikki. We like that. That was.
I said, so you're telling me you put your arm around someone, and my where I thought was, that was a great choice. We like that.
Well, you're in your own teacher way. You're just like, it's good to like when the scene is like not going anywhere, or whatever.
Yeah, we could show that these people are connected on stage.
It's nice. It's nice if it's okay with the other person.
Of course, yes.
Right?
So you want to do a show, you want to touch someone, then you want to go to a post-show hangout at a bar.
Yeah.
You want to play some pinball.
Maybe
you get a slice of pizza at Pizza Giovanni after. You want to go home.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great night.
Right?
Well, Nikki, I want to tell you something. There's something else that I think you can look forward to.
What's that?
coming back on the show. Next show.
Oh my God. I feel like I just won a prize.
And you did. The prize is dedicating an hour of yourself on potentially a Monday, Wednesday, or a Friday in the future.
Yes.
Nikki, awesome. Prior to the show, we talked about keeping it casual. We not only did we keep it casual, we cleared the air. I learned something. What a night.
What a night. It's so valuable.
I think that it's only going to get better for you. If I had to put my hand on a crystal ball, I would say your diarrhea is done for the night.
Thank you.
Nikki, look, thanks so much for coming back. I'm sorry it took so long. I'm absent-minded sometimes, but I'm glad that you were into coming back, and I'm going to like more of your photos.
Thank you, James. I'm going to like all of yours.
Well, okay. Well, it sounds like we've got ourselves a deal here. Nikki, thanks again, and have a good rest of your Friday.
Thank you.
That was Nicky Fournier. She thought she was banned. I never banned her. Now I've been asked in the chat, James, you ever banned anyone from the show? And I have. I have banned people. Nikki was not one of them. She's never been banned. Here's the thing, guys. We got this pandemic thing going on. None of us talk to as many people as we used to. I'm as guilty as the next person for being forgetful. I get caught up. Dave is banging on my door saying, I want to be on the show 3 nights a week. What happened in the old days? I say, Dave, we have to give other people a chance. Dave, there's so much time for you. We're going to keep bringing them back. Just hang tight. I'll tell you this. I'm going to put this out there right now. I don't dislike any of you. If I disliked you, means you were never on the show to begin with. Can you get banned if you've never been there before? And even if you've never been on the show, it doesn't mean that I don't like you. Look, I'm imperfect. But this show is off to a perfect start tonight. So look, Dimitri Kira is supposed to be here. There's been some tech snafus. And this guy, if we had like a sign that said, 50 days without an accident, this guy's counter has been reset to 1. I was talking to Nikki. He brought Dave on. He took me off. He brought him on. Oh, I'm talking to Nikki. I got Dimitri and Dave on the screen. And this Dave guy is not even paying attention to the show. Dimitri's working out some of the problems that are going on the back end. He says that we've got a guest here who's also going to be able to lend a hand. So he's got someone in his place. So let's bring them in. I don't know who this is. Welcome to the show for the first time ever. Glad to have you. Hello?
How's it going, James?
Well, yeah, I'm doing very well. Doing very well. And yourself?
I'm doing good. It's an absolute pleasure to make your acquaintance, James.
Yeah, well, the pleasure's all mine. So, yeah, I guess Dimitri can't be here tonight. So,
no, James.
Would you care to introduce yourself?
Jimmy's a friend of mine. I've been dealing with him for a little while, and
Now, when you say Jimmy, do you mean me?
Mr. Kiras. He's a personal friend of mine, and he said I can come on here and talk to you because you need a helping hand. Something I can help you with. I do need a helping
hand. Yeah, Dimitri was working tech, and he took me off the screen of my own show.
Yeah, he's a cute kid. He's got a lot to learn, though. But anyway, my name is Papa D'Onofrio.
Papa D'Onofrio, well, thank you so much for joining the show tonight. I appreciate it. Papa, should I call you that or Mr. D'Onofrio?
My friends call me Papa, but you can call me a friend.
Okay, well, I will call you my friend. Looks like you're coming to us from a very quiet restaurant, Mr. D'Onofrio.
Mr. McGee, please take a seat and we can
I'm sitting.
Get to business. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing very well.
You're looking good. You're looking healthy.
Thank you, as are you.
Would you like some wine? Maybe some spaghetti?
I'm quite all right. I don't drink, and
you're looking a little thin. That's why I ask.
I actually had a bowl of pasta for dinner earlier.
Oh, what kind of pasta? Sicilian?
I had some rigatoni.
Rigatoni? What is that?
What is rigatoni?
Yeah,
you don't know?
Must be some kind of American garbage. Nothing like the old country, though.
Yeah, I'm just this Canadian guy eating American garbage. What are you eating, nuts?
It's a cashew, James. Would you like some?
Well, yeah, Italian people are known for their love of cashews.
It's drenched in olive oil and oregano.
You're eating olive oil and oregano-drenched cashews?
What can I say? I'm a man of wealth and taste. Much like you can be, too, if you'd like to do business together.
Okay, so this is the second time you've mentioned this. What do you mean by business?
Let's just say I'm a,
You've been leading into a lot of your sentences with "let's just say."
Let's just say I'm, somebody who can help you out, James. I hear the show has been, not doing too good these days.
The show's been not doing too good these days, and what do you mean by that?
I hear the numbers. I hear your numbers are not high.
Yeah, earlier in the week, numbers were not great, but I'll tell you what, I really value the people that were watching. We've got a very nice crowd right now, and I appreciate them for watching.
That's very nice of them.
I don't know if they would appreciate being classified as low numbers, though.
The numbers are low. And the numbers are not high, James.
Okay, so are you offering to help bring the numbers up?
I've been known to bring numbers up, and I don't bring numbers down.
Well, we just lost a viewer, so...
Well, maybe that was my own doing, James.
But it is your first time here.
Wow. That's up to you.
All right, well, I'm not sure that response made any sense, but... Okay, so
Before I do business with you, Mr. McGee...
I just told you that I'm open. I'm all ears.
Well, let me get to know you first.
Okay, great.
First question. You like cats or you like dogs?
Well, I like both.
You have to pick a lane, Mr. McGee.
So you're making me pick?
Well, there's not two boxes on the page for the test, Mr. McGee. You can't check them both off. Somebody's got to be a winner.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so if I had to pick, I'd say dogs.
Now, why's that?
Well, I would say that they have a little bit more energy than a cat. They're friendlier. I would say that they show their love a little bit more, but I do love cats.
It's a good answer, James. See, people who own cats, they piss and shit all over the house. They let the animal run them, not a person who owns a dog.
What about a dog, though? The dog, when the dog wants to go out, it scratches at the door and it whines, and then you have to pick up its defecate.
Yeah, but you keep a dog on a leash, and somebody who likes dogs, they like to call the shots. So that's a good answer.
Somebody who makes dogs likes to call the shots. All right.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Don't go wise with me.
So I apologize, Mr. D'Onofrio.
I don't like it.
All right.
Question number 2. Somebody comes up to you with $50,000, can make all your problems go away. Do you take the money without no questions asked?
Well, what type of problems are we talking about here?
Any kind of problem you got. Any kind of problem that can go away with $50,000.
All right, so let's say, I've run out of clean underwear. So if someone's saying, I'll clean your laundry if you take this $50,000.
Like I said, no question asked. You're not listening to the question. Somebody offers you $50,000 and they're willing to make all your problems go away. No question asked.
Yeah, I would do it. Yeah, I would do it.
So you're the type of guy who would do anything. Am I understanding that?
Anything? Well, that's the follow-up. That's the question. Are you the type of guy that would do anything? No.
That's what that question says to me. Last question, James.
Mm-hmm.
You got a beautiful honey. She's gorgeous. An absolute belladonna. And you want to marry her. You want to take her. I don't know. Rest of your life. How do you go about it? You get on one knee and you propose, or do you go to the family first?
Well, that's a pretty interesting... I guess it would depend on the relationship that I had with the family. If I thought that they were the type of parents who would require giving their blessing, I think that I would probably let the family know my intentions. I don't know if I would necessarily ask for their blessing. I'd probably say, folks, I just want you to know that I intend on asking your daughter to marry me. I don't think I would ask for a blessing.
That says to me that you're not a family man, James, and family's not that important to you. It's not a very good answer.
Okay.
Because family's very important to me.
All right.
I'm willing to let it slide, give you the benefit of the doubt, James. I think we can do business together.
Well, do you have a daughter?
I have a beautiful belladonna daughter. Of course I do.
Okay.
Are you married, James?
What's that?
Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Why not? You're a nice guy.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very
also
handsome.
Thank you. Well, you're quite a good-looking man.
You got a nice
too.
sharp beard on you. Looks like you can cut a knife.
Yeah, it could cut a knife. You have quite a nice sharp mustache on you. Looks like it could cut a knife.
What can I say, James? I like to dress to the nines.
Yeah,
James,
yeah,
let's cut to the chase because I don't got all day. The show is shit.
All right.
And there's a lot that I could do to fix that, but let's just say I have less than reputable means of procuring more views for your show.
Yeah, well then I decline. If you're openly owning, you're telling me that my show is not good, and then you're saying that you have less than reputable means of helping me. What does that mean? How do you intend on getting more people to watch in a unreputable way?
Let's just say I know a few guys. Let's just say they know a few guys.
What, those guys are going to watch the show, and those guys that they know are going to also watch the show?
These are prime beef gentlemen, willing to do anything that I ask them to do. Let's just say they...
It doesn't matter to me what the people who watch the show look like, whether they're prime beef or not.
What? You don't like my guys? You don't like my family, James?
I never said that, but you said you have a few guys who know a few guys, so it sounds like you have 6 muscular men who you're going to force the show onto.
It's a viewer's a viewer, James. I don't understand why you busted my fucking meatballs.
I'm not trying to bust your meatballs here. I'm just trying to let you know if they want to watch. I think that'd be great.
Okay, so we start from there. Maybe I get a couple of my guys. They come over. They look around your place a little bit, make sure you're not fed. And then they start to get in comfy in their seats. And they, I don't know, take a look around. And they start to get comfy. They watch your show for a few weeks. And we see where we're at after that.
But where are we going to go? Where could this... What does it mean? More people are going to watch?
We start with merchandise, Mr. McGee.
Okay, so this is something that we've actually thought about, but we, I guess to your point, we're not quite sure we have the audience to create an entire merchandise line, but it's something we thought about.
Easy peasy. Don't sell the audience. They're cheap. They're never going to buy anything that you have that you're going to sell to them. That's why we sell overseas, Mr. McGee.
So you want us to create a brand of merchandise that we sell to people who don't know about the show overseas?
You got a very likable face, Mr. McGee. Very gorgeous and likable.
Amidst everything tonight, I feel, I call I don't assume you watch very often, but I've been known to call myself Lil Cutie. I got to tell you, I feel pretty good about myself tonight.
Picture this.
Sure.
We get your face, your mug. Mm-hmm. It's got a beautiful face, beautiful beard. Underneath it says Little Cutie. We sell this overseas, maybe to a place that maybe English is not their first language. They just go by the face. We sell the T-shirt based on that. Okay,
so you want to sell a shirt of my face to a non-English speaking country?
Yeah, like Tokyo.
All right, well, this is, how about we table this idea and maybe we can revisit it down the line.
All right, I got another idea. Maybe that one's not fancy here. You start a school.
Okay.
Now get this. I hear you're an entertainer of sorts, right?
Sure.
Okay, get this. You create a school with a class level system, okay? 1 to 6. With advanced classes after that.
Or are you suggesting I open an improv school?
That's a great name. I don't know what the hell that is. Call it improv. All right? Improv school.
Improv?
Yeah, whatever. What'd you say?
Yeah, I don't know if I have the desire to open up a school.
Why not?
Well, it sounds like a lot of work.
Well, I'm just saying it could be very profitable.
Yeah, these are a lot of good ideas. Again, I'm going to write them all down. Any last ideas before we move on?
Why aren't you married?
Why am I not married? I'm sorry, I don't have a good answer for that. I guess.
You afraid?
Am I afraid of marriage? No, I wouldn't say that I'm afraid. It's not something that I think about.
Why not? You don't want to have a family?
Why don't I? Well, I'm single at the moment.
Why are you single? You don't know how to use your little bambino?
Is that code for genitals? My little bambino?
You don't gotta.
Oh, is that what you call yours?
Yeah, why not? It's fun. It's a fun little name.
All right. Well, yeah, no, that's not the reason that I'm currently single. I guess, yeah, it's not because I'm afraid of using my little bambino. That's not the reason why.
It's okay to have a little problem downstairs.
I agree. There's no issue with it. There's plenty of medications. Are you insinuating that I'm afraid to use it or that it doesn't work?
Sometimes you get a mental block when you're in the presence of such a beautiful belladonna, and sometimes it stops working.
Well, it sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Of course. I'm very confident. I've had erectile dysfunction issues a lot.
Okay, so you're confident to the point that you're willing to admit your erectile dysfunction. How old are you?
How do I look?
I don't know. 30?
I'm 18.
You have a daughter?
That's right.
You call her a beautiful belladonna.
I know. I'm a success story.
A success story?
Yes, yeah. That's what I call it.
I think you're choking on your oregano and oil cashews over there, Mr. D'Onofrio.
I'm a success story. Listen,
All right,
James.
well, yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. Please, go ahead.
No, after you.
Please, you're about to say something.
No, I insist.
Let's just say I have some medication that could help you with that in that department.
I don't have erectile dysfunction.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
All right, I'll drop the subject if it's making you uncomfortable. We can talk about business.
It's not making me uncomfortable. It just feels like you're pressing it.
I'm not pressing it. I'm just here as a friend, you know? You can tell me anything.
Well, I appreciate that.
All right, James.
Well, Mr. D'Onofrio, I want to thank you for offering to help increase viewers. Shockingly, it appears to be happening.
Yeah, viewers went up by 2. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, is it a few of your guys?
Might be, might not be. Let's just say that you're already benefiting from my services.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad to be benefiting from your services. Any last thoughts before we let you go, Mr. D'Onofrio? Papa D'Onofrio?
Yeah, that's it. Call me Papa. James, if you want to get serious about this show and not let it be a PU stinker for the rest of the season, you come find me and I'll make sure to help you out. I'm always taking new clients. Hey.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your candor and your honesty.
I like you, James.
Thank you.
Don't go changing on me, huh?
I'll try not to.
Sleep tight, buddy.
Yeah, you sleep tight too, Papa. Well, that was a first-time guest in which I wasn't expecting. Papa D'Onofrio. I've never had anyone eat so much during a segment. I've had people eat cookies. I've had people on here high out of their gourd, as a principal might say. I've never seen anyone continuously eat so many cashews during a segment. Now, look, let's get one thing straight. I'm happy with the show. Could I be happier? Of course I could. I'm very happy with tonight's audience. If you're watching for the first time, welcome. If you're here for the 15th time or the 207th time, welcome back. And I want you to come back this upcoming Monday. We're going to take the weekend off as we always do. I'm going to get my beauty sleep. You're going to get yours. We will be back on Monday when we say hello to a guest that has been here so infrequently over the past 2 months. You could say that the Queen is coming home this coming Monday. Carla Ma is coming back to the show. She's been in the chat. She's accusing me of also posting thirst traps. I don't know that I'm doing this. I am someone who is on guard on this show because people like to gently poke and prod me. I think that people might be messing with me. So I see the chat. They see, the guest is messing with James. Can we jump on to this? I think I'm being messed with, but it's just the type of guy I am. I'll welcome them all back. I lay myself on the cross for you as a sacrifice in the name of comedy. Jesus, the devil, whomever you pray to. Let's welcome our final guest. He's here, he's live, and he's in living color. He is Dave Kaufman. Dave, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going all right, James. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing very well.
Okay, cool.
How's your Friday treating you?
It's good. I'm a little nervous.
You're nervous too?
Yeah.
Why are you nervous? So we started the show. Nicky was nervous. You're nervous?
Yeah, I thought I was banned.
Okay, you thought you were banned from the show too?
Yeah.
On what? How would you define being banned? What does being banned from the show mean to you?
Well, I wasn't on Monday.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you were not on Monday. That's true.
So what's up with that?
Well, it just seemed like things weren't working out scheduling wise, so Andy took the shift over, and he did a great job.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't here Wednesday either.
No, I wasn't here Wednesday either.
Well, I thought I guess in the interest of clearing the air, which is what I did with Nicky earlier, and look, Papa D'Onofrio, he was very, very clear with his intentions. It
I'm a
seems
doofus, that guy.
well, I don't want to get in trouble with him. He seems like
Okay.
he might be a very capable man.
I don't know. He was something about the nuts he was eating were.
Yeah. Before we get into it, you ever heard of oil-soaked oregano cashews?
Never.
I've heard of honey cashews, barbecue cashews,
Honey roasted,
salted, soy.
Yeah, nature.
I've never heard of
everything bagel cashews.
Yeah, those are new, I think.
Yeah, new. You can get them at.
Okay, so you feel like we need to drink up. You feel like we need to clear the air as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look, I'm going to say to you the same thing that I said to Nicky, that you were not banned. You were never banned. I assumed it was a scheduling conflict.
Okay, well, I believe you.
All right, well, I appreciate that. I think that's why we have such a great friendship, but in addition to that, a great working relationship.
Well, I appreciate that. It's good to be honest with each other once in a while.
Yeah, I think. Well, can I, in the interest of being honest, may I?
Go for it.
Well, you seem a little low energy tonight.
Yeah, I feel a little beat up.
You feel beat up? Why is that?
This week has ground me down.
The week has ground you down. What would you care to share?
You work a long week, and then you do. A lot of weeks I do the show at night, and after the show, it's late.
Mm-hmm.
Got to wake up early the next morning, start the whole thing again, and somewhere in there, I got to raise a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure my wife doesn't get mad at me.
Yep.
I got medical problems.
Okay.
My diet's not good.
Well, it seems like one of those things you're in control of.
You're right. I could not do this show.
Well, that wasn't the one that I was thinking about. But
oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's also in your control too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how many beers have you had tonight, Dave?
This is my first one, but I wish
you know that beers are a depressant.
Are they?
You didn't know that? As someone who's consumed more beers than I've seen.
Well, they always put a little pep in my step.
Okay, so they put a bit of pep in you. You're saying that the beer kicks you up a notch.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if I weren't drinking this right now, I'd be sobbing or something.
Okay, so you're saying that
I'm
having
just barely holding on right now.
Oh, you're saying that the beer doesn't exacerbate the negative feelings you've got. They turn it around to a positive perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, so it almost sounds like.
What does beer do to you, James?
What did beer ever do to me? I don't drink beer.
Imagine you did, though.
Yeah, I don't.
Guy.
I don't think that would end well.
Party animal.
Yeah, when people look at me, they think this guy needs a beer to turn into a party animal.
Yeah. Haven't you seen some of those Budweiser commercials?
Well, I've seen a few. I've seen the the one with the dog, the one with the frogs, the one with the was up,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so you're saying that if I started drinking, I could follow down the same pathway as Spuds McKenzie?
Yeah.
The beer dog?
Yeah.
Or the frogs on the lily pads, or I could be one of the was up guys?
I mean, yeah, those was up guys, they're pretty fun.
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
Imagine it would put our friendship to a new level.
So you're saying
I called you and you said was up to me really long.
Okay, so you're saying if I began behaving like a fictional character from a commercial from 2 decades ago, that would enhance our friendship?
I think so, yeah.
If I started answering the phone saying "was up."
Well, I mean, not like that.
Oh, you want me to say it like in the commercial?
Yeah.
Well, what did that sound like, Dave?
Oh. Well, okay, 1 second. I'm going to pretend to call you.
You're going to pretend to call me?
Yeah.
You're going to pretend to answer?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, James.
Oh, you want me to pick up the phone?
Hello?
What's up?
Beep.
Oh, so you don't even return the "was up"? Well,
yeah.
well, we've got the At Home Awards coming up in March, and I
Changing
can
the
assure you
subject.
that moment will not get a nomination of any kind unless it was.
Yeah, of course not, because you didn't have a little sip of beer.
Oh, so this was. So I feel like I got to tell you, I've never been peer pressured to drink in my life. This is the first time.
Okay.
Yeah. Wouldn't you say that drinking all that beer is attributed to what you referred to as a poor dietary decision?
I mean, there's many ways to fill your calorie intake.
Okay. Would you say that beer is helping or hindering that?
I mean, it depends how I balance the rest of my diet. If
All
I were
right.
to say cut out some of the food that I eat and stick with the beer, I'd be right in the sweet spot for calories per day.
Okay, so if you were having, healthier dinners, but then you were compensating with drinking beers,
Yeah.
you'd be eating healthy.
Yeah, I think so. No?
All right. Well, what's stopping you from giving this a try?
Laziness.
So you're too lazy to drink more beer.
Too lazy to drink more beer.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
go to this.
Well. So let's examine something you mentioned earlier. You were down in the dumps. You mentioned a variety of things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any high hopes for the weekend? You won't be working. You won't be doing the show.
Won't be working. Won't be doing the show. Maybe I want to spend more time outside. I'm kind of like COVID's finally getting to me, I think.
Oh, it's okay. So there's quite a run you've been on, almost a year, and it's finally getting to you.
Well, I feel like 2 days ago I looked back and I was like, holy shit, it's been a year of this.
Yeah, sure.
So just feels like a lot.
It feels like a lot. So you're gonna go outside. Well, how would you, if you had to tell us how you're gonna spend your weekend outside, what would it be?
I go cross country skiing.
Cool.
I would.
Awesome.
You like that?
Well, I don't like it, but I like it for you.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like you.
You wouldn't catch me cross country skiing. What am I, a dork?
What's that supposed to mean? My wife just slammed the door because I think she's sending me a message. Lower my voice.
You should. Yeah. You should call her, see if she answers saying "was up."
Imagine.
All right. So you're gonna be cross country skiing. What else?
I'm gonna be taking my daughter for a walk.
That's very nice.
And it's the same shit, man. There's nothing going on. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, there's nothing to do. Okay, well, spring is coming, David.
Yeah.
Spring's coming, right? That'll brighten your spirits.
Are you trying to cheer me up right now?
I think I might be, and it wouldn't be the first time.
I don't think it's working.
Yeah, and I think in order to be cheered up, the person on the receiving end needs to be open to it.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Well, I would say you have to allow yourself to be as open to me as you are all those beers.
Okay, that had a little bit of stink on it.
Yeah, but a little bit of stink. Yeah.
A little bit of judgment.
Well, no, there's no judgment. There's no judgment.
All right. I won't drink any more beers, James.
No, you can. I think you can. You just gotta, do what you mentioned. You want to change your diet to have more beers. I'm just saying that we might be a little concerned.
Who's concerned?
Well, some of the people around the show have been talking.
My wife, who's telling me to lower my voice.
Well, she's only concerned with how loud you are. We were a little concerned.
Aggie and Sting behind me.
Sounds like you put a little stink on that. Now, you mentioned that you're constantly working on trying to make sure that your wife isn't mad at you.
Yeah.
She asked you to lower your voice, and if anything, you've raised it.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're acting
trouble.
out against your wife right now.
I'm acting out.
It's Friday. You just want to have a good time.
Look, I'm going to be honest. I'm having a real tough time right now.
Oh, you mean in this segment?
In this segment, in my life, everywhere.
Yeah. The chat has come to a standstill.
Well, what do you want me to do? Yeah, say something entertaining for the people. I mean,
Yeah,
come
I think
on.
that would be ideal.
I'm out of stuff, James.
Yo, you're saying you're
I'm
empty.
tapped out.
You're tapped out. Okay, so
Completely tapped.
the comedy is left, and in this empty void is beer.
Yeah, this is me behind the music.
Which is
This is what I
coincidental.
am, James.
Which is coincidental because you're surrounded by an NPR Tiny Desk concert.
Yeah. You know, the artist's life on camera, things look peachy, but when you go behind the scenes,
Yeah.
things aren't what they seem. You know.
Yeah. Behind
You
the
got a
scenes.
wife who's mad at you. You got a host who doesn't really want you on the show.
Oh no, that's not true. I
You
booked.
got Shaggy and Sting who don't sing the same things that you're singing.
Yeah, for people who haven't noticed, this is a photo of an NPR Tiny Desk concert
You
featuring
got the
Shaggy.
tech who's not paying attention.
Shaggy and Sting, and Dave has superimposed a variety of photos of himself into the Tiny Desk concert.
Yeah.
Look, Dave, I'll let you know before we let you go as we start to wind down. I'm not mad at you. I'm a big fan of yours.
Well, you seem mad, James.
Is that the read that you're getting? Well, look,
That's what I'm getting.
I've had to clear the air with everyone tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You didn't even like my thirst trap pictures.
Yeah, well, I think we talked about that. As I don't really like a lot of pictures on Instagram. They're not limited to thirst. I don't even remember what were your thirst traps?
I was wearing a thong, James.
Yeah, I guess I glossed over. You're telling you were exposing a whale tail?
A whale, a snail, pail, which is the front.
You were wearing a thong reversed?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm desperate, James.
Okay, but look, I was with Papa D'Onofrio. I was talking about marriage with him. You're a married man. What reason do you have to post a thirst trap of your Frankenbeans hanging out of a thong that you're wearing backwards?
Been in a relationship for 14 years, James.
I really hope your wife doesn't circle back and watch this episode.
She doesn't watch. She doesn't care what I do.
Oh, so you're feeling like she doesn't support your art?
No one supports me, James.
Well, I think I would like to think that I do.
Yeah, right.
No, and I think there's a variety of people that support. We all support you, Dave. Right here in the chat right now, Naive Adventures, quote, I stand with you, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you, Naive Adventures. You're my only friend.
Well, at least you got one.
Yeah. Who's coming with me?
What about your daughter?
When I leave this show, who's coming with me?
Well, don't do that. What about your daughter? Is she your friend?
Well, you know, you don't want to be a friend with your kid. You got to be a disciplinarian, James.
Right. Okay. So you're gonna be.
With like,
well, look here. I'm confirming now. Carla Ma. She's happy with you.
Carla's nice to everybody.
Oh, so it doesn't count that she's nice to you because she's nice to everyone?
No one cares about me. I'm just a piece of shit.
Well, I don't know if that potty mouth was necessary.
Oh, you're gonna charge me on your swear jar, James?
Yeah, $2.
Yeah. Why not take 10?
If you want to give me 10.
Take my time.
This, and this is the type of guy that I am. Nikki used the F word earlier. I didn't even charge her. She hasn't been here for a while. She doesn't know about the swear jar.
What are we doing here, man?
That's a good question. It's a good question.
Break up. We're over.
All right. Well, folks, that's Dave Kaufman. Dave, any last thoughts before we call it a night?
Go fuck yourself.
All right. Well, that's another $2 on the swear jar.
I'm done with this show.
All right. I guess I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's Dave Kaufman. Thanks so much for being here, Dave. I think he was trying to use some more disparaging remarks, but he had been muted at that point. I got to tell you something. All 3 segments on Monday, I loved. Wednesday, all 3 segments through the roof, super happy. Tonight, 2 great segments. But which ones am I talking about? You decide. Folks, that's our show tonight. A couple days ago, I mentioned we're trying to start winding the show down a little bit earlier. I don't want to keep everyone here at 10, 15, 10, 20, 25, 35. Let's start sucking this show back into what it was. Not pleased with my choice of words there. To about an hour and change. I want to thank Nicky Fournier for being here, Papa D'Onofrio, Dimitri Kires, who is in the tech, And folks, if you can, if you're friends with Dave Kaufman on Facebook, I want you to check in with him. And if you're not friends with him on Facebook, I want you to add him on Facebook. You can find him David Kaufman on Facebook. Check in with Dave. I think he'd really appreciate it. But apparently he'll be here on Monday. So he's got a case of the winter blues. And if you do, I sincerely hope that this show has alleviated any blues that you may have had for at least the last hour. We're going to be back on Monday as well. Carla Ma is going to be here. Once again, folks, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. And of course, be well.